wants to pretend she's dating her hot friend instead of me.
Well, don't let her pretend, just let her live it.
I've 26 male, been dating my lovely girlfriend, 25 female, for roughly 5 years. We met in college when she was a sophomore and I was a junior. It's a little corny, but I fell pretty hard for her first. She's absolutely stunning with a bubbly and outgoing personality. By the way, this comes from user 1738292774. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. As for myself, I won't lie. I'm average as heck and quite introverted. Think Podrick Payne, but slightly taller. Where she thrived in the party crowd, I was more than happy to stay home and read or play games with friends. On to the incident. My girlfriend was recently sent a last-minute Facebook invite to a reunion party, including several people from her high school and hometown area. She was super nervous and ignored it at first while saying she wasn't interested. I'm assuming her hesitation is because of how she was treated back then. According to her, she was relentlessly teased and bullied for being annoying and chubby. I always try to uplift and encourage her where I can. However, since high school, she's admittedly always had a slight obsession with appearances, constantly working out and skipping meals, shopping or eating at pricey places for socials, and slaving away at her terrible but well-paying job. Anyway, on to the issue. She finally decided to accept the invite, but with a catch. The other night, a few of her college friends were over at our place for dinner and drinks. After one too many beverages, she joked she should bring her hot, attracted to the same gender friend to pose as her partner back home. Now, because the guy in question was sitting at the table, I simply laughed awkwardly and tried to move on. However, she and her friends started to really play into the idea. They claimed I wouldn't want to go anyway because I'm a homebody and that it would be really funny to see her petty classmates' reactions after treating her so poorly. And look, I get it. The dude in question was respectively go F yourself level handsome and looks like Wanda's brother from Avengers Ultron. However, I felt the pit in my stomach grow when the guy drunkenly said, I've always wanted to visit girlfriend's home state. Whether it was true or not, my heartbreak was sealed as they all laughed and started to set things in stone. After everyone left, I asked my girlfriend, you're not actually planning on going home with him, right? She looked at me with oblivious concern and said, oh, come on, it's harmless. We've known this guy for years. You don't trust me?
It's literally not about trust.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's about respect.
It's not about bringing him home. It's the fact that you just told me that I'm not good enough to bring home. Now it seems like you're following through with that plan? I tried to explain it wasn't about trust. I asked why she felt the need to lie without considering if I wanted to attend it with her. She then got mopey and said she understood, mumbling that she didn't have to go. I told her it was fine if she went. I just didn't understand why she would be so ashamed to be with me and not him. Admittedly, I was a bit tipsy and the last words had a bit more attitude than I intended, which made her feel guilty and tear up. I was torn, but ended up comforting her as always and gave in the next day. No! I told her she could go with him if it would truly heal the little girl in her from high school.
Oh my gosh!
And hopefully end her self-destructive obsession with perfection. She thanked me profusely with peppered kisses and promises. I wore a brave face as she swore up and down that they would have completely different hotels and she would contact me every second she could. Now, I'm simply at a loss for what to do because I don't want to be the insecure a-hole who won't let her go out with friends.
That is
That's
not what
you're
this
doing.
is.
If you couldn't already tell, I hate confrontation and often fold to keep the peace. But am I insane for thinking it's weird to play boyfriend and girlfriend with someone else while in a 5+ year relationship, even if they are attracted to the same gender? Common One says, I feel like I'm going crazy here. Literally just flip the scenario back on her and put it exactly how it is. That you want to find some other girl to show off to people because she isn't hot enough. That's literally what she's doing. Reply, imagine OP's girlfriend going back to her hometown with OP in the future. Whatever bullies saw her, what's she gonna do? Introduce OP as her cousin? Or will she always bring her friend to her hometown with her as a partner? She needs therapy like yesterday to deal with all the BS. OP needs to grow a spine. She didn't even think about the OP if he wanted to come with her. Comment 2, if she's embarrassed to be seen with you, it's time to move on. Comment 3 says, is she gonna want the other guy to stand in at your wedding so no one knows she's actually married to someone like you? And there is an update. I agree with all of that.
It's entirely unsustainable at this point.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm
There's no
assuming that she's
moving
gonna continue.
forward beyond this.
And also just like gross friends for being all jumping on that bandwagon. Because if I was with a friend and their partner and then they said that, I'd be like,
Be like, right, that was a joke though,
that
right?
was a
Haha.
joke,
Yeah, that was a
right?
And then they just keep going.
Yeah.
And you're right there.
It's weird. It's really weird.
Thank you, everyone, for your thoughts and advice. I am overwhelmingly appreciative of everyone saying I'm not crazy or overreacting. It amused me that some people hope this was all fake for my sake. With my newfound backbone, I'm definitely gonna have a serious conversation with her and bring up everything that's been said. For those saying she's awful, I only really highlighted her flaws while she was wasted in this one occurrence. It's hard to put our several-year relationship into words, but we truly have been each other's best friends for over half a decade now. There is a reason why I call her lovely. She is the most caring woman I know. She was so loving that she nurtured me after a serious accident that left me unable to do a lot of things for several months. To the person asking why I haven't proposed, I almost did the moment she helped me walk again. I think people give her too much credit calling her manipulative. She's extremely oblivious and unaware sometimes, sure, but she's corrected certain behaviors in the past when I brought it up. I admit that I was unintentionally enabling her by giving in, making her think it's okay. Whenever I stand my ground, she does listen. I'm extremely laid back and let a lot of stuff slide. As for the event, in the end, I'm glad I didn't go because of all the petty small town nonsense that occurred. My girlfriend was true to her word for the first few hours, texting me updates with pictures of her and her friends doing awkward Sears Christmas card poses like siblings. It stung that I wasn't in the pictures with her, but I had to laugh regardless. Thankfully, they're both terrible at keeping secrets. For those still thinking something was going on between them, I didn't think that. Never once was I worried about that at all, actually.
Not the point.
Nope.
Not the point. Not the principle.
The last picture she sent was a group picture of them drinking and playing cards. She sloppily texted me how she finally felt included, like the missing part of her childhood was finally satisfied. As a distraction, I hung out with old friends and gamed the holiday away. Regardless of how crappy this was for me, my girlfriend got back later that day, pretty drained and hungover from it all. I plan to talk things over with her to see if she understood. As long as it's done and she's finally happy with herself and not truly ashamed of me, I'm smitten. Anyway, update is promised. I'm absolutely shattered, gutted, and other adjectives to describe. Holy F, this sucks. Turns out people were right. The guy she's friends with is actually bi and isn't seeing anyone like she said.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
It's even worse than we thought.
Okay, well, I was operating
he was
off of
only-
a lie.
Kinda gay.
Well, now, hey, well, it should be clear as day
Yeah.
now, right? Congratulations.
So now she's ashamed of you, and the guy that she thinks is really hot is an option for her. She told me yesterday that after the last photo she sent me, they drank even more and played a weird adult card game. Yikes. She says she can't remember how it happened, only that things kept escalating. Her friend brought her back to the hotel, and it makes me sick to my stomach what she recalled doing with him after that. I was right about one thing. In the end, she couldn't keep a secret. I asked if there was anything else she had to say or come clean about. Through tears and snot, she admitted to hooking up with him briefly during freshman year before he realized his preference for men. Blood boiling at this point, I quietly got up, gathered my things, and left as she pitifully begged me to stay. By the way, I'm begging you to listen to more episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left of this terrible story. I'm completely drained and had hoped to see the good in her. Ruined and undone via benefit of the doubt. It's pathetic. Even now, distraught as I am, I can only see the anxiety-ridden girl who clings to people for validation, suffering from imposter syndrome, yet full of love and stayed by my side through it all. She was maybe a good friend, maybe. Because she helped you with, when you were going through medical issues and stuff. But yeah, so bad of a partner. So bad. Shockingly bad. And also I think, OP, you need to work on your own insecurities and your communication skills. Because the fact that you had to find out that she was cheating on you to leave this mess of a relationship is concerning.
I don't think you would have left if she didn't.
Yeah. I'm seeking therapy so that her insecurities do not become my own. I can only hope she does the same for herself so she doesn't throw away her next relationship so easily. And should you ever find this, know that I truly loved you, Leah. You were my heart, my legs, and my reason to keep going most days.
Nah, man, your legs belong to you.
Your legs are your own. Your heart is your own. And Leah is pile of dirt.
Don't you let her take your legs from you.
Don't let her take your legs. Those are your legs.
You earned those legs. I taught my boyfriend's son how to cook, and it made his mother furious.
I don't want him to be able to do things on his own.
I, female 27, just made this account to ask a question before my boyfriend comes home and we talk. My boyfriend, male 35, and his ex-wife, female 37, share a son named Tristan. Tristan, male 8, comes to our place every other week. I recently moved in with my boyfriend after 2 years of dating. And by the way, this comes from user sadactive8131. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
And we are here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we would do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. I asked Tristan what his favorite meal is. He said butter chicken. So I made sure to cook it on the night he comes to our place. Today he was home because of a PD day, and I had the day off to be with him. I told him, do you want to make it together? I'll supervise and tell you what to do. It'll be fun. We prepared rice and butter chicken together. He was so proud of himself. He asked me to take a picture and send it to his mom and dad while he held the plate all ready. I did, and I wrote, Chef Tristan made his first butter chicken today. His mom lost it and messaged that I robbed her of his first cooking experience and that I'm just a girlfriend trying to play family.
Time out. He's
Okay.
8 and you haven't cooked him with him or anything?
Not a single thing?
Okay, so it seems like the issue is not like he's a boy, he shouldn't cook. It's just that she is feeling very maternal.
She says, well,
And so-
I was going to do that.
Yeah. Which, you know, is a totally not okay reaction. However, if we're giving her a little bit of benefit of the doubt, it seems like she's, watching her son grow up and feeling very emotional about losing some of those firsts with him. Still not ever okay to react like that to OP though. But, hopefully she'll calm down. You can say, hey, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you should try to tell her to calm down.
I was about to say that.
Don't do
Dang,
that.
bro.
Classic move. I said I didn't mean it that way and that I thought it was just a fun activity and I apologized. My boyfriend messaged saying I should have talked to his mom first, especially since it involved being close to the oven or cutting. I told him I did the cutting and I truly didn't mean to insult his mom. Now, Tristan has finished his meal and I'm waiting for his dad to come home. I just want to know if I crossed any boundaries and if I owe him and his ex-wife an apology. Did I cross the line? And there is an edit. No, it is not a cultural meal for any of us. He just really likes this meal. It wasn't my boyfriend's affair partner. Tristan's mom broke up with my boyfriend when Tristan was 1 when she met her coworker. Tristan has a half-sister from his mom's side. She is still with this guy. And there's an update. I talked to him. Well, apparently I crossed the line because it was his favorite meal. It was supposed to be his mom's job to teach him, not me, as I was told. My boyfriend asked if I could first check with Tristan's mom in the future before doing anything. I told him there won't be a next time because I refuse to do anything one-on-one with him. He thinks I'm overreacting and I should just let it go. What do I know? I'm just some girl playing family. And also, you can't let it go because the premise is that you'd have to ask every time.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, you can just get over it. It's like, no. Now this is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to get over something that is still there?
And
still an ongoing problem.
Why'd your boyfriend not back you up?
Yeah. Like I don't know. He could have said like, oh yeah, I told her that it was fine. Or I don't know.
I am so annoyed by him being such a wuss. And there are some more comments here. Number 1, if Tristan's parents want to criticize you for taking a day off to watch their son for them and actually make that day fun, they owe you an apology. They also need to stay home with him if every first is so critically important. They either have you watching him and choosing things to do, or they do it themselves.
Yeah, to get mad at you for taking time off to watch him is pretty crazy. Like, this isn't your son.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. You're doing them a favor.
When he has professional development days and with us, my boyfriend and I take turns to watch him. Comment 2 says, were you taking care of him while the mom and dad were at work? If so, I would stop babysitting immediately and make that clear after this response. OP says, it's his week with us until Sunday. His mom is a stay-at-home mom. Commenter 3, I don't have kids, so maybe I'm missing something, but is cooking their first meal with some assistance that big of a deal that a grown woman needs to throw a tantrum? Some things I can understand feeling, like no, step-parent should not take that opportunity from the actual parent, but cooking. Some things, by the way, his mother could have done with him a million times over, but never actually did. I will say, though, that the real issue here is your partner not taking your side. At the very least, he should have calmed her down and had a conversation with her about it, and also about how she spoke to you. Either way, if I were you, I'd cut contact with her for now and let your partner do the communicating until things settle. OP says, I don't have any kids, so this was new to me.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think he should have been handling that. Yeah. Because that was however she felt, it was a completely inappropriate response.
Yeah.
So.
Comment 4. You didn't mean any harm. It was sweet, but involving Tristan in something his mom sees as a first crossed a boundary. A quick apology and telling her it was just for fun should fix it. Next time, check with both parents first. Well, apparently I crossed the line because it was his favorite meal. It was supposed to be his mom's job to teach him, not me, as I was told. My boyfriend asked if I could first check with Tristan's mom in the future before doing anything. I told him there won't be a next time because I refuse to do anything one-on-one with him. He thinks I'm overreacting and I should just let it go. What do I know? I'm just some girl playing house. I'm annoyed by him being a wuss. Was there any other option but you staying home? Just wanting to check that you're not being treated as a babysitter. Being a step-parent is hard. You facilitated an activity to support your rapport between you and your stepchild, and it sounds like he had a great time and made something he was proud of. Parents are in the wrong, and how dare dad turn it around on you?
Also, just like sucks as the kid to do this thing and seemingly not really receive any encouragement or any, support from his parents, because he might not ever want to cook again if this is how his parents react. His mom might never have that chance to cook with him again if the first time he makes something, she's like, I want it. I hope she didn't do that in front of him.
I just want a list of all the other things. All the other things you haven't done with your 8-year-old son.
I'm going to say zoo.
Like, what were you waiting for?
Yeah.
What exactly were you waiting for this whole time?
Oh, to complain. For someone else to do it so I can complain.
Yep, I guess
that's
so.
right. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Well, we have an update, folks. I called him on my lunch break and told him I had thought about everything and that both he and his ex-wife owe me an apology. I explained that I was bonding with Tristan and made a meal with him after taking care of him all day. She got mad and insulted me and then took her side. Then he had the audacity to come to bed and ask for some spicy time. And by the way, it's always a crazy time when you come listen to full episodes of stories just like this one on your favorite podcast platform, like iHeartRadio or Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Just search OK Storytime and you get all the craziness you ever want. He said I was being ridiculous and immature. I told him that if I didn't hear a real apology, I wasn't coming home and we were done. He said, fine, whatever, sorry. And I said, that didn't sound sincere at all, and asked whether he was going to ask his ex to apologize to me. And he said, are you insane? No, out of the question. I asked him if he honestly wouldn't even try to stand up for me. He said I was being unrealistic and that it wasn't like that. So I told him we were done.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't even trying. Right now, I'm at my best friend's house eating sushi takeout and watching Gilmore Girls reruns. LOL.
Heck yeah, man.
I'm more mad than sad. I'm not at the eating ice cream and crying stage yet. And I guess that's it. We're done. He's been texting saying we need to talk, but I have nothing to talk about. We're done. My best friend and I will start looking at rental places online for me after dinner. Thank you for all your feedback.
All right.
And that is the end of that story.
And that's what we like to see.
Yes, I am happy that you are breaking up.
Expediency.
And see how now he goes, well, we need to talk. It's like, oh, no.
No.
See, we already did that.
I asked you and you said, whatever, I'm sorry.
I've been engaged to my boyfriend for 6 years. But now I'm feeling detached.
Oh, no ring means no bond.
My partner, 31 male, and I, 30 female, are newly engaged after almost 6 years together. The journey to getting engaged was not an easy one. We argued a ton, mainly around mismatched timelines, lack of or spotty discussion around engagement, me not feeling wanted, etc. Even so, we're here, engaged, not living together, and I don't think we're ready for what comes with a marriage. By the way, this comes from user Taurus Pisces Cancer. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Angie. I'm Sophia.
And we are here to give you good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do, so let us know what you do in the comments. This past August, we got engaged, and although it was nice, it didn't feel super special. I had made a joke saying I wouldn't care if he came to my place and did it, and, well, that's literally what he did. Fast forward to now. We are engaged, not living together, and not at all planning for a wedding. He still lives at home with his mom and splits financial costs with her there. In addition, he's been struggling with career stability based on his field for pretty much our entire relationship. In the same time we've spent together, I've been able to move back home to New York from Maryland, get my own place, and finally get into my career. Granted, we grew up with very different backgrounds and resources, and the pandemic impacted us in different ways, but it feels like he's still stuck while I have been able to progress well in the last few years. We are now considering moving him into my place because we have to live together before getting married. But I have been having a ton of concerns and anxiety around that, especially him coming straight from his mom's home. We had a conversation around splitting costs when he gets here last week, and even that wasn't easy because of his lack of financial stability. At this point, part of me feels like we probably shouldn't have gotten engaged, but we did it to save the relationship. And now I'm wondering if it was even the right choice. So what makes this all challenging is he's a very sweet guy. He gets along well with all my friends and family, and he's very emotionally mature. He's been in therapy since he was 24. His work ethic is good, but he keeps getting the short end of the stick when it comes to life. He grew up with a lot of childhood trauma as well, but he's been able to make something out of himself through it all. And while I love him, I know that love isn't enough to make a marriage. Has our relationship run its course? Why am I feeling so detached? And there are some comments here. I would say it's because you have values. One of your values would be financial stability. He doesn't have that. He has a lot of other things that you might value, but that seems like a big one, and he does not have it.
Yeah.
And you also haven't lived with him.
Yeah, I feel like this is, like, he might be emotionally mature. He might be, you know, someone that's worth loving. But yeah, I feel like we need to be practical here. And like, you can still date. Just maybe like calm down.
Yes.
Like maybe we just don't get married yet. Just
We might not be ready for that.
yeah, exactly. Like we're just, maybe that can be in the future, but we rushed into it too soon.
Yeah.
This is not the way to do it.
You can just stay engaged,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Stay engaged, live together. And
Yeah.
if that's an absolute nightmare, then I guess stop. But if you're already saying stuff like, has it run its course?
Yeah.
Comment. I always say if it's not an F yes, then it's a no. Do some introspection and be true to yourself. It's your life partner we're talking about. A very important decision. OP says, my gut, head, and heart are all saying different things. I'm confused, hurt, and frustrated. Comment, if you don't know if you want to get married after 6 years together as full-grown adults, then the answer is that you don't. I don't mean this kindly, but it sounds so childish that you are engaged. Engaged means engaged to be married. What was your shared thought process there? If you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone, it has to be the person you just can't imagine not waking up next to forever. Not the person you stayed in a relationship with out of habit. And not someone you aren't feeling excited about building a life with. It's been 6 years. Time to face up to reality, I think. Opie says you are absolutely right, and I keep questioning why we actually went through with getting engaged. I think we did it to keep the relationship from ending, when in reality, it's really underscoring how unprepared we are for this. I would love to build a life with him, but I don't think he's quite ready for it, given his continued financial hardship. And a comment replies, okay, now you have to work together as a team to resolve this. Not me versus him. You are not working together as a team. I'll probably get downvoted, but this is what it feels like to me. What do you think marriage is? Vows are until the death do us part. And in sickness and in health. Will you abandon him if he gets ill or loses his job? You will always have resentment towards him at your current level of thinking. I mean, you're already trying to justify the idea of breaking up with him. Set him free. Dump him so he can find someone better for himself.
Okay,
I mean,
that
yeah,
was a
okay,
harsh
sure.
ending.
Dump him so you can find someone better for yourself.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Just
If
so
you
we
guys
could-
got engaged to salvage your relationship, it's over.
Yeah, that's like the complete opposite of what needs to happen. That just truly doesn't make any sort of sense at all. Like, were you thinking that you could just fake it? You're like, oh, well, if we get engaged, that'll be something to do.
Yeah.
Something to like talk about. Like, we gotta plan a wedding. Cool. We got a shared activity.
OP says, we have worked together on his career stability as a team. I was the one that even looked into getting a consultation for his portfolio. He's a graphic designer. And I offered to help pay for part of it. I send him jobs to apply for and try to find connections within my network to send over to him, etc. I've tried helping him move out of his mom's house as well over the years. I've gone to look at places with him and connect him with brokers and help him increase his credit score so he can qualify for housing, etc. And I am now offering for him to move to my place so we can start the process of living together. It's crazy for you to assume I haven't been helping him all this time. Comment, if you don't know how you feel, you shouldn't be engaged. You shouldn't be living together. Get into some couples therapy and start talking about things. Have deep conversations about the hard things. Make plans and see if both of you work to action them. If nothing changes, then you know. Relationships take work, and to be honest, it sounds like the work isn't being done on one or both sides. OP says, so the thing is, we're in couples therapy now and have been for the past year. Boom. Roasted. Most of the difficult conversations are also initiated by me, so I don't know how much it's helped us overcome some of these deficiencies. We have an update from 2 days later. I think I smell a little bit of trouble. I don't know if this is going to work out.
Yeah, I had no hope from the beginning. You've been in couples therapy, and it's been a rough ride up until you got engaged. You have multiple fights. What are you guys fighting about? Because you might love him. You might. But, like, that also happens when you've been with someone for 6 years. Like, you would definitely, if you were hanging out with someone, like if you went to school with someone for 6 years, you could love them. But, like, even if that's like platonic or something, it's like, well, yeah, I gotta. I've been with them for so long. I know them so well. But, like, listen to your gut and your head when they tell you that this is a bad idea, because that's a huge part of it.
Yeah. Honestly, you're like, oh, my gut and my head and my heart are telling me different things. It's like, it sounds like they're all telling you like a version of the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I, 30 female, was in a almost 6-year relationship with a man, 31 male, that wasn't logistically ready to put his life with mine. He's still living at home with his mom, getting his career in check, and through all this time, I stayed with him in the hopes that he would get his life together so we could start ours. After 5 years with essentially no change, we had the genius idea of getting engaged, with the hopes that things would just click into place. The only thing that clicked to me is that we aren't ready for marriage. No, we don't live together, and we never got the chance to. I wanted him to leave his family home before moving in with me, and he never got around to it. In addition, his lack of taking initiative and troubles with autonomy and decision-making were a big part of why these things never happened. On top of the fact that his finances aren't where they need to be. With the recent passing of my grandmother, on top of having to tell the love of my life that we can't be together, you can only imagine how badly my heart is breaking. I never wanted it to end this way, but I also couldn't picture us being happy with the way things were. Add resentment around timelines and dissatisfaction with intimacy, spicy sleep, etc. into the mix, and it was bound to happen. And by the way, there are bound to be more full episodes with stories like this one on your favorite podcast platform, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, search OK Storytime, and you can listen and listen and listen some more, and maybe learn a thing or two. While I also take blame for allowing the relationship to drag on this long, I learned that having the difficult and important conversation earlier is what sets couples up for success, especially when marriage comes into the picture as well. Seek counseling if you guys feel necessary, and be fully transparent with one another early on. We tried our best to do those things, but our efforts were not enough to really build anything. Lastly, love is not enough to make a marriage last. Communication, respect, compromise, and commitment, in addition to love and companionship, do. Out of the 6 listed here, I can say we only successfully achieved 3 after almost 6 years. My heart is heavy, but I know this is what's best for both of us. And that is the end of that story.
Exactly.
And the lesson is, sometimes you got to make heavy heart decisions.
Yep. And you did.
It sucks.
And I'm proud of you for doing it, because that's freaking hard.
But it definitely is better than getting married.
Yeah.
That would have been much worse.
Yeah.
And guess what? It still would have been the same situation, and it still would have sucked. And your heart would still be hurting.
Totally. I mean, if you are feeling this way after only 6 years, how long are you planning to live? Because that's a long time to be with this person that you're unhappy with.
Yeah.
Long time.
It's a long, long time.
Long time. But we have a bit more time left to read some more stories.
We do. And there's another one coming behind this one
And we
on
sure
a different
will.
episode.